मेंडिंग वॉल में भी अगर आप देखना चाहेंगे तो 2 ही लाइन इंपॉर्टेंट है, लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है इसका फैक्ट. You see, Mending Wall was a poem that was written. Should I continue my discussion? Because I just shifted
Yes,
on
sir.
another poem. You see, Mending Wall is a poem that was written in blank verse. Blank verse was uh, very favorite writing tools for Robert Frost. बहुत ही पसंद था इनको, और उसमें इन्होंने भी जितनी
No,
poem. Pardon?
PPT is not changed.
PPT is not visible. Okay, I have
The
changed.
PPT
Is it?
is visible, it is not changed.
Is it? Bending wall is not visible.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
How can I? Can you see the back PPT now, Burgess?
We can
Yes,
see birches only. We can't see the next one.
Now?
yes, sir.
Now it is there.
Visible.
Okay. So,
Sir.
Mending Wall is one of our childhood's poem. In fact, छोटे थे तभी से ये पोम पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, और इसमें कुछ फैक्ट अभी एग्जाम के पर्पज से निकाल सकते हैं, और एक नया फैक्ट 2016 में जुड़ा हुआ है, मैंने वो भी ऐड किया हुआ है. You see, Mending Wall is a poem. It was written in blank verse, and previous poem was also written in blank verse. By the 20, इसमें रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट ने लिखा है We Know It, and it was published in second edition of his poetry collection that is known as North of Boston. North of Boston, there are sometimes questions to match the author with their collection. So North of Boston is important on another hand too. नॉर्थ ऑफ बोस्टन में केवल एक मेंडिंग वॉल पब्लिश हुआ था, उसको छोड़ करके भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि नॉर्थ ऑफ बोस्टन में भी आस्क्ड इन अनदर फॉर्म, एंड इट वाज पब्लिश्ड इन 1914. द नेम of the person who published it is David Nutt, and it has become one of the most anthologized and analyzed poems in the modern literature. वही हमने कहा कि बचपन से हम लोग इसको पढ़ते थे. During the time of PG in Lucknow University, it was there. During intermediate, I read it in one of the collections. Now, like many of the poems in North of Boston, Mending Wall narrates a story drawn from rural New England. This is the discussion of the rural New England, and the narrator a New England farmer. Narrator पूछा जाता है कौन है, तो उसमें न्यू इंग्लैंड का एक फार्मर है, and there are constant talk in fact with his neighbor, and they are talking about to build a wall. Robert Frost, or the first farmer, is not willing to build a wall, because when he was trying to build a wall, he finds many things in nature which is who doesn't want wall. लेकिन उसका जो नेबर है उसको बोलता है कि वॉल बनाना चाहिए. तो इसमें 2 लाइनें हैं, और 2 लाइनें दो बार आई हैं. पहला है कि रेड कलर में लिखा हुआ है समथिंग देयर इज दैट डजंट लव अ वॉल. लाइन नंबर फर्स्ट, लाइन नंबर 35, ये 2 जगह पर आया है. एंड देयर इज ऑल्सो the phrase good fences make good neighbors. There is also 2 references of the same line, line number 27 or line number 45. There are the reference of these 2 phrases because they are very prompt. There is a complete discussion. One says that we need to build a wall, one says there is no need to build a wall because we don't need even our neighbors, we need to stay together. But the last line, you see the last reference of the second farmer is good fences make good neighbors, and ये इसका फैक्ट पोर्शन है. और इसमें अभी जो 2016 में चीज़ें ऐड हुई हैं, ये है कि नोटेड फिलोसोफर एंड पॉलिटिशियन ओनोरा ओनिल uses the poem to preface her 2016 book, and the name of the book is Justice Across Boundaries, Whose Obligation. इसमें उन्होंने उनके पोएम के प्रेफेस को uses the poem to preface के रूप में इस्तेमाल किया हुआ है. So this is the fact about the poem Mending Wall, or I think that this is all that I wanted to discuss only. The reason behind it that I was busy throughout. In my college, I came back by 5. So don't worry, I'll continue this lecture, and we'll finish Robert Frost's poem, and I'll start with the last uh, poet of the American poetry that is there in your syllabus. I think who is the last one, if I could see it. Wallace
So
Stevens.
Stephen,
ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट भी हैं. रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट और वॉलेस स्टीवेंस का पोएम से क्वेश्चन भी पूछा जाता है, तो इसको जो इसके इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्ट हैं पोएम के साथ में जाना, तो आई डोंट थिंक दैट इट वुड बी practical to deal with the poem line by line, but I'll cover the important facts and important lines in uh, 1 or 2 lectures. 1 या 2 लेक्चर में इसको मैं कर दूंगा, और it may that I can cover it in a 1 lecture if it stretches more than 1.5 hour. तो ये ऐसे खत्म हो जाएगा. बाकी का I know that you are preparing well, so all the best for your study, and if you need anything to ask me regarding these facts that we just had discussed, you can ask. अगर पोम में कोई चीज समझ में ना आया हो, even then you can ask your questions.
so in Mending Wall, Robert Frost is the narrator or someone else?
There is imagined farmer. You see that Robert Frost was farmer himself. First he tried his hand in farming, but he was failed. So he had some experiences. He just noted down that experience. And there are imagined farmers. 2 farmers are talking. It is not autobiographical.
Robert Frost talking on the behalf of the narrator.
Yes, because there is no evidence that this poem is autobiographical. There is only the discussion of the nature and one of the concept of building a wall.
I mean, I want to ask that the second farmer is not narrating the poem.
Pardon?
The second farmer is not narrating the poem.
Second
It
farmer
is Robert Frost.
yes, you can for a while, as when we discuss the character of the Prospero, we said that Shakespeare himself is in the form of the Prospero. So you can say that farmer or Robert Frost himself is narrating the poem, but the fact is there are discussion between 2 farmers, and the first farmer is very near to Robert Frost, and he is narrating and he is just talking, but the next farmer focuses on the point that wall is very important, or fences, good fences make good neighbors.
Robert Frost doesn't want to make a wall,
Yes.
and the second farmer wants to
He
make a
wishes
wall.
it. And Robert Frost, when you will read the poem, you will find that Robert Frost is also giving the reason behind the wish of the second farmer, because he is experienced enough and he is following the words of his ancestors. लास्ट पोएम के लास्ट पार्ट में वो बोलता भी है, मेंडिंग वॉल अगर ओपन हो, लेट्स सी, मेंडिंग वॉल का अगर पोएम आप ओपन करें तो आप पाएंगे कि लास्ट पार्ट में वो खुद बोलता है कि he will not follow my words, will follow the experiences, and let me open the poem directly. Mending wall. Poetry formation. me see the last section. He will not go behind his father saying, and he likes having thought of it so well, he says again, good fences make good neighbors.
The last line वो फर्स्ट फार्मर बोल रहा है, उसकी
नहीं,
सेकंड फार्मर की लाइन को repeat करता है.
he is the second farmer. Second form, the line good fences make good neighbors is the line of the second, because here is the reference he says again. अगर दोबारा बोल रहा
Okay.
है, then if somebody says again, it means the first farmer had said the same thing, and during the discussion he again said good fences make good neighbors.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. Anyone else who wants to discuss anything? वैसे ये पोएम बहुत ही बड़ा भी नहीं है, लेकिन इसमें जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है, इसलिए इस पोएम को लाइन बाय, इसमें जो पहली लाइन है, समथिंग देयर इज दैट doesn't love a wall. This particular discussion starts with the talk of the nature that sends the frozen ground swell under it and spills the upper boundary, the boulders in the sun, and makes gaps even two can pass abreast. This is the natural process that they wanted to build a wall, but the thing that something there is that doesn't love a wall. So this is the nature who doesn't want a wall, but his neighbor wants to create a wall because he wants a good neighbor. इसमें आप और भी पढ़ेंगे कि जो फर्स्ट फार्मर वो बोलता है कि वाई डू वी नीड नेबर, हमें नेबर की जरूरत ही क्या है, और उसके साथ में कुछ नेचुरल ऑब्जेक्ट के एग्जांपल्स भी देता है. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, and I'll come back in next lecture and we'll complete this one. So don't worry about the poetry section, as I took the responsibility, so I'll do it in next lecture. I think I'll do it more perfectly with the facts and the important lines. Are you okay with it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for attending it, and
Thank you.
all the best for exams too.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Good
please
night,
share
sir.
the PPT.
Yeah, I'll share it right now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Thank you. Have a good day.